Hello and welcome to this video about reverse percentages. Now, reverse percentages are one of the trickier things that can be asked when we're looking at any percentage question. But if we use the same method as we use for any other question, we can still get to the answer without having to learn something new. So, in a sale, normal prices are reduced by 20%. How much would a saddle now costing £220 have cost before the sale? Now, we know this is going to be a reverse percentage question because of the exact wording that's been used here. How much did it used to cost before the sale? And that's quite important. We know how much it's been reduced by, we know the new cost, but we don't know the original cost. Now, if you recall from my earlier videos, what we would do here is, because it's a reduction, we'd have 1 minus, and watch my other video if you're not sure where I'm getting that from, and then we put the percentage over 100, and then we multiply by the original price. And we don't know what that original price is, so I'm going to call that question mark at the moment. And that gives me the new price, which is £220. Now, with any normal algebra question, if I gave you something like 5x equals 35, to get x all on its own, to find out what the answer is, we divide both sides by 5, so x would be 7. And we're going to do exactly the same sort of thing here, and the reason we can do that is because this part here is just a number, so I'm doing a number multiplied by question mark. So I'm going to divide both sides by 1 minus 20 over 100, which on the left hand side just leaves me question mark. And on the right hand side, if I do 220 divided by 1 minus 20 over 100, I get 275. So that 275 is the original price. So what we're doing here is using our normal method for percentage increase and decrease, and then using our algebra skills to get question mark or x all on its own. Okay, so here's a similar example. Jacob answered 80% of his test correctly. He scored 32 marks. How many marks are in the test? Now, this is just a straight find a percentage of an amount question. So if you remember, rather than having to do the 1 plus and 1 minus, we just put the percentage itself, which is 80 over 100, multiplied by the original. Well, we don't know how many marks are in the test in total, so that's where our question mark is. And that gives me my new value. And the new value is 32 because we know he scored 32 marks. We don't know how many marks are in the test in total. So again, all I'm going to do is divide by 80 over 100 and say we don't need the 1 plus or 1 minus this time, we only need percentage of amount, and that gives me question mark equals 40. So there were 40 marks in the test. Now this is a slightly more difficult one because here they haven't told me what the percentage is. They've told me the new price, they've told me the old price. I know it's a sale, so it's going to be a 1 minus, but I don't know what the percentage is. So again, rather than panicking, let's just put things in that we know. Because it's a price reduction, it's going to be 1 minus. We don't know what the percentage is, so that's where our question mark goes. The percentage is always over 100, isn't it? And then we multiply by the original to get the new. Now, I can't just do one step here. I need to do it in a few steps to make it a bit easier for me. Again, if we think about our normal standard algebra skills, the first thing I want to do is get rid of this times 60 because I can then leave everything in the bracket all on its own. So my first step is divide by 60. So I get 1 minus question mark over 100 equals 36 over 60, which is 0.6. Sorry, we don't really need those brackets here. So now the question mark is still stuck here. Best thing to now do is minus 1 from both sides. So I'll have minus question mark over 100 equals minus 0.4. And the reason that I want to minus that 1 is, again, I'm trying to get the question mark all on its own, so I have to start undoing everything that's already been put in there. You might be able to see what's going to happen now. The next thing I need to get rid of is this 100 at the bottom here. So I'll have minus question mark, I'll multiply both sides by 100, equals minus 40. Now if minus question mark equals minus 40, question mark must equal 40. So the sale gives 40% off the coat. I hope that helped. Thanks very much.